Most people think commuting only gets expensive when gas prices go up. When fuel is cheap, we assume the cost is low. When fuel is expensive, we complain and then move on. But there's a much larger cost of commuting that has nothing to do with gas. It grows quietly every day, regardless of prices. And it's one of the main reasons work feels exhausting before it even starts. This is the hidden cost of commuting in America. Commuting is strange because it doesn't look like an expense. There's no invoice for sitting in traffic, no monthly statement for lost mornings, no receipt for arriving at work already tired. Because nothing is billed, the cost feels invisible. In American life, we tend to respect expenses only when they show up on paper. Rent, insurance, car payments. Commuting doesn't look like any of those, so it escapes scrutiny. But invisibility doesn't mean absence. It just means the cost is being paid differently. The most obvious hidden cost of commuting is time. Not dramatic time, not once in a while time, daily time. 30 minutes each way doesn't feel expensive, but an hour a day becomes 5 hours a week, 250 hours a year. That's over 6 full work weeks spent just getting to work. And unlike overtime, this time isn't optional. It can't be negotiated. It can't be reclaimed. This time is removed from sleep, family, rest, or recovery. And once it's gone permanently. Commuting isn't unpaid work. It's unpaid life. Commuting doesn't just take time. It takes energy. Traffic requires attention. Crowded trains require alertness. Unpredictability creates stress. By the time many people arrive at work, they've already spent mental energy making dozens of micro-decisions. That means the workday begins with a deficit. This is why people feel exhausted even when their job isn't physically demanding. The fatigue didn't come from work. It came from getting there. The hidden cost of commuting compounds. Long commutes don't just steal time, they reduce the quality of what remains. Shorter evenings lead to convenience spending. Less energy leads to ordering instead of cooking. Fatigue reduces patience, focus, and decision-making. Over time, commuting quietly shapes lifestyle choices. Not because people are careless, but because energy is limited. And once energy is depleted, money often follows. Many people assume a long commute is acceptable if the salary is high enough. But pay only compensates for visible costs. It rarely compensates for invisible ones. Higher pay doesn't restore lost mornings. It doesn't return daily energy. It doesn't shorten the distance between home and life. This is why people can earn more and still feel poorer. The cost isn't in their bank account. It's in their capacity. Perhaps the most damaging part of commuting is how normal it feels. If everyone around you is doing it, the cost becomes invisible by comparison. Long drives, crowded trains, early alarms. They're treated as facts of life, not trade-offs. But when a cost is normalized, it stops being questioned, and unquestioned costs tend to grow. The hidden cost of commuting isn't about blame. It's about awareness. Once you see that commuting is not just transportation, but time, energy, and life being exchanged, you begin to understand why modern work feels heavier than it should. This isn't a budgeting problem. It's a structural one. And until these costs are made visible, They'll keep being paid silently. Beyond the bill, beyond the paycheck, there are costs that quietly shape how life feels. This channel exists to make those costs visible.